Howdy doody, my name is Susie, and today I thought I would share with you how to make garlic confit. And garlic confit is simply we're baking garlic in oil, and it's going to create a very soft, tender, and sweet garlic that you can use as a pate on crusty bread or on crackers or anything else that you like. It tastes delicious. Now the reason I'm making the video now is because this is the time of year that you want to plant your garlic if you want to see some garlic come up in the spring. So it's mid-October and the weather is really great outside. So I wanted to actually try this out, and I'm going to plant just garlic cloves, and it's very easy, but there's a couple of things that you need to know. First of all, whether or not you've got a hard neck or a soft neck garlic. The hard neck garlic have these stiff necks that run all the way through, and this garlic grows and is hardy to zones 5. So if you're in the northern part with colder climates, such as I am in zone 5B here in Collingwood, Ontario, then I want to use the hardier zone. And the soft necks are hardy to more tropical, warmer climates. So if you're living in colder climates, then you want to use the hard neck garlic. The other thing that I know is that you want to plant garlic that you're not buying from the grocery store. And these, my dear friend grew them, and these are actually Azorean garlic, which I'm going to try. So you want a garlic that's grown on a farm that hasn't been processed not to sprout. So most of the garlics that you get in the grocery store, they have been formulated or they have been processed so that they don't have any sprouts, because that obviously preserves the garlic longer. It gives it a longer shelf life. So you want to use a garlic that either someone else has grown, or that you can buy from your farmer, or that you can order online. But the process is really easy, and all you're going to do is we're going to separate the cloves. This really is a hard neck. And I've also seen that the larger the cloves, the better. So I've got a really nice clove right here. That's a nice size. So I've got 4 nice sized cloves, and within each clove you're going to bury it with the little stubby side down and the point side up. You're going to put it in 4 inches deep, and you're going to spread them 6 inches apart, and that's basically it. Also, the other thing that I read is that they will do better if they have a nice fresh layer of compost on top. So I'm just going to add a little layer of compost to the top of my flower bed. Then I'm going to pop these in. Also, another tip that my friend who grows garlic gave me was that once they're planted, to add some mulch on top for the winter season. And hopefully in the spring, it's going to give me some great garlic. And the first signs of garlic in the spring that you'll see is going to be the green scape, which is a long curved neck part of the garlic. And you can pick those and use those as you would in any kind of recipes. You can use them raw, turn them into skate butter, but that's another recipe. So I've got my garlic cloves, and I'm going to take these outside and plant them. So I've got my cloves, and I've just got the bottom of actually one of my solar lights. I'm going to go 4 inches deep, 6 inches apart. Then we want to take our garlic, pointy side up, and we're just going to put it in there. Pointy side up, covered all our garlic. I'll add some mulch, and hopefully I'll have garlic in the spring. So now that I've got all my garlic planted, now I'm actually going to be using the garlic that I bought from the grocery store to make this garlic confit. And really all you want to do is separate all the little garlic buds. And the longest part of this recipe is really taking the skin off all of the cloves. But all we're going to need for this recipe is a little shallow pan, your garlic cloves, and then you want a high smoke point oil. You don't want to use olive oil because olive oil may leave a bit of a bitter flavor. So you want to use an oil that has both a high smoke point and does not have any sort of distinctive flavor. So I'm just using regular sunflower oil. I preheated the oven. You don't even have to preheat it because your oven is going to be preheated at 250 degrees, and then we're just going to bake our cloves of garlic in it for 2 hours. At the end of 2 hours, we're going to have the most tender, sweetest garlic you can ever have. So all you want to do is, I'm just going to take the end off, and I'm just going to slightly crush my garlic because it just makes it easier to peel by doing that. And here's our whole clove. The thing is that garlic has so many fantastic benefits, nutritional benefits, and they are a great antioxidant, antimicrobial. Some even use this as an antibiotic. So garlic's been around for thousands of years. Many, many cultures have used it for both its medicinal and its culinary purposes. Chop off 2 at a time. You give it a light smash and you can just peel off that peel quite easily. So I've just filled my little pan with, I probably used something like 7 or 8 heads of garlic. You can use as many as you want. I'm just making as much as I can in this little pan since I'm going to be baking it anyway, because this will store for a good couple of weeks in your fridge. So once it's done, whatever you don't eat, you can put a little jar, cover it with some oil, and keep it in the fridge for whenever you need to use it. And then the next step, so you can see it's full. The next step is we're just going to add enough oil, an inch or so of oil to your pan, just enough where your garlics are submerged, but they're also floating. Let me show you an overview. So you don't have to go overkill with the oil. You don't need that much, but you do need your cloves covered. So you can see the garlic are just suspended and floating. I could have probably added a little bit more, but you don't want to crowd it too much in order to allow for it to cook evenly. 250 degrees. We're just going to put it in the middle rack like that, and we're going to time it for 2 hours. Ready for a snack. Let's go outside and get a drink and a snack. Come on. It's been 2 hours. Oh, wow. Look at how great. Oh, it smells fantastic. Look at, they've just browned nicely. Ooh, good Lord. Look at that. Now I'm going to let them cool down a bit. Can't wait to taste them. They look fantastic. Look at that. If you like the smell of garlic, you're going to love the way your house smells. I'm going to use some of these for your pate, for your canapes, on just slightly toasted baguette, on crackers, whatever you like. This would go great with olive paste or cream cheese, all kinds of things, but it's delicious on its own. So let me just show you, oh, I squeezed it. Show you just how soft this really is. Look at that. It's just very, very soft. It's very easy to spread on a little toast or anything. Now let's taste it. It's so delicious. Of course, it does taste like garlic, but it has nowhere near the sharpness of flavor of a raw garlic. It's soft, it's tender, it's sweet. This will go great on a cracker. And these make great appetizers, or just instead of your usual spread. This is delicious on anything, really. It's very delicious, but it needs salt. I like salt. So you might want to add a little bit of salt when you put it on your crackers. The other thing is that the cloves you don't use, you can use the oil that you've baked in to cover them, and you can leave them in the fridge for a couple of weeks, 2-3 weeks. They'll stay fine. And then you can use your cloves in recipes as you go along. But since you've gone through the trouble of baking them, it's nice to be able to just add them to something that you don't have to cook as well. Also, all that fantastic oil, sunflower oil or whatever oil that you use, has become infused with the garlic flavor. So you can put that in a bottle and then use that as you would any other oil, but it's going to be garlic flavored. So by all counts, I've had an awesome autumn day. I've got my garlic planted. I cleaned up the leaves in the yard. I made some garlic confit. So if you try this and you like it, I hope that you share it. If you'd like to see more content, I hope you subscribe. Until next time, happy eating. Keep an eye out for those garlic scapes.